I think we are streaming there. We're live here, and we're live in our group as well. So that's awesome. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Um, yes, again, just try we'll try to keep we'll keep chat open. If you guys have any questions or anything, make sure you put it in there. And then I'll do my best to go through again near the end here and answer all of your guys' questions for you. If that's cool, and we'll get started. Um, Okay, guys. So my name is Jason Orban. I am the founder of GHL Power Tools. I have been a marketer and I've had a marketing agency since I guess it's 20 years now. We started out building websites and doing a bunch of that stuff, and then we got really into marketing. And I'm going to cover a little bit about my bio in a second. But one of the big things that we do is we've created a whole restaurant marketing system with loyalty and rewards and promotions and all that kind of really fun stuff to help restaurants get more customers and to help you guys build out your agency and go out and get those restaurant customers. So this is for you if you're looking for a proven system to unleash on restaurants, pubs, breweries, bakeries, event venues to help them with their marketing so they get more customers and seats and you build a sustainable way to build a profitable agency. That's why we're all here in High Level 2. We want to build that recurring revenue into a business that we can work on from anywhere. And I'll tell you right now, we've been working remotely in our agency for it's been about 15 years now, and it's awesome. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, if you want to add 10 more clients to your agency in the next 30 days, this is a great way to do it. But if you're not quite sure what to offer, what's working, and what to build out for clients who have food businesses, I say food businesses because that includes like restaurants, breweries, bakeries, food trucks. This also works really good for retail as well. I'm going to show you exactly what you guys can do with that. So actually, I'm going to go into slideshow mode. That sometimes messes up for me, but I'm learning. So, the three things food businesses need to grow. This is what we're going to learn today. How you can easily offer the best system possible to restaurants, an easy way to get results for your clients that they see every day so you can stay with you for years to come. I love avoiding churn. Everything we can do to get our customers to stay on longer is amazing. And I'm going to show you our exact sticky SaaS success formula we use when working with restaurant clients. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to pick one client and we're going to offer them, and we're going to show you how to sell this kind of stuff with ease. So I always like to say, I always ask that you turn off distractions. I know we see this at the start of every webinar, but I get completely distracted if I'm even like listening to music while I'm trying to do some work. So I know how easy it is to be distracted. So if we're looking on Facebook, checking emails, checking our phone, all that kind of stuff, you're not going to retain as much information as you would if you were just like hanging out with us and paying attention. So, and if you stay to the end, we've got a couple things that we want to give you to take away that you can use right now as a sales tool to go out and sell to some restaurants. And I've got a great offer for you at the end as well. So if you guys are ready to go, I'll jump in and tell you a little bit about myself. Okay. So my name is Jason Orban. I am the founder of GHL Power Tools and our marketing agency, Think Big Marketing. Um, I've been an agency owner since 2005, and I'm a huge believer in direct response marketing. Now, I never used to be when we first started out. I used to build websites and do brochures and graphics and all that kind of fun stuff for our clients. They'd all come to us and we do all their branding and stuff. And we thought we were doing marketing, but what we were actually doing was just building their marketing assets. We'd hand that off to the customers, and I found out they didn't know what they were doing with it either. So in about 2013, I took a look, or maybe it was 2012, we took a look at what we're doing, and I was like 7 years in, and I realized that, we're still around. We're building a lot of really cool stuff for people, but what was happening was those businesses that started out when we started out weren't around anymore. That whole rule of, in the first 5 years, 90% of businesses won't make it. It was true. They weren't there anymore. So we all sat down and we were like, well, what can we do to actually help them with their marketing. What can we do to actually help them stick around? And that's where we found Russell Brunson. We got that was back in like 2013 before Russell was really huge. We got in with his Ignite marketing, went down to Boise, had some very intimate sessions with just a small group of marketers and really dove into it. It was amazing. It like completely blew my mind of what we were doing versus what we could have been doing. And that is really to say is just making offers and having people take action. We did a lot of passive marketing, billboards, radio, all that kind of stuff. We never had offers with anything. We switched it all up. And we started getting our customers a lot more success. So, in that time, my wife Chandel, who works with us, she was a hairstylist. She was a hairstylist for 20 years. Um, Up until about yeah, I guess 2013 or 2014 after we had our son. And then she decided that she wasn't going to do hair anymore. We closed down the three hair salons that we had. Um, and then she actually came along and started focusing on marketing with us. And that's where she got really big into her Facebook advertising, meta advertising, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So she heads up that side of our business now. Now, we've been a part of High Level for it's been 5 years now, actually. Um, just before COVID, we had about 60 fitness clients. We were working with a few franchises and we were doing all their marketing for them through Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, doing their grand openings, doing $100,000 opening months for yoga studios, which is ridiculous. But we did that for up until COVID in 2020. And I remember March 14th, like it was like 5 years ago, almost to the day that we shut off all of our invoices. So we went from like 40 grand a month to nothing. Very little revenue coming in, just some stuff from hosting. So we had to pivot, build something new, and come up with a new way to stay in business, really. So we actually found High Level, got involved in that, and then we started building some really cool systems in there. We started out with reviews, then we went to referrals. Now we've got video testimonials and loyalty and promotions, and we've got like these business in a box type tools that we help agencies use, and then we use in our own agency as well. So, one of the things that we've learned over the years, it's not necessarily all about the just product that you have. It's a lot about your systems too. So you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, right? So that's what I want to help you guys with today is kind of try and help you build and think about some of the systems that you could be using, and then show you the systems that we've built for our agency and how you can take those and use them for yourself as well. So if you're offering too many different services, too many different clients, constant learning curve, and really no freedom, the question is, can you really relate to this? If you came like us from a traditional agency background where you're trying to do everything for everyone, it's really hard to build your business. So one of the things we learned when we went in with fitness is that, is a lot easier to build our team around that one niche. And now we're building more of a team around fitness and loyalty and marketing and that kind of stuff. So we offer the same service to similar type businesses, and it's easier to build it out for those clients because we don't have to jump around and we don't have to think about something completely new. I was talking to one of our students, our members, um, I guess it was like last week, and they just brought on a new client, and that new client was a completely new category of somebody who they wanted to like reach lawyers and do a whole bunch of things, but they had no experience with that kind of thing. And it's not just that you're trying to figure out their marketing, is trying to learn their whole industry in order to figure out what to say and what you can offer and all that kind of stuff. How do you even get in front of lawyers and do that kind of stuff with those customers? So when you're jumping around between a bunch of different niches and a bunch of different customers, unless you're really savvy, it gets a little bit, or have the experience, it gets a little bit difficult. And it definitely can slow you down because you're trying to do too many things for too many people. So the system we are sharing with you today has changed how we and hundreds of other agencies do business. I think we've got almost 800 agencies in our back end system right now who are using some of our anything from reviews and referrals to loyalty programs to our custom values updater. Um, And it's how we've changed our business and how hundreds of other agencies do their business as well. So, one of the things now we have wonderful clients that we barely hear from. I mean, that's the best thing about it. They're super happy and they're sending more referrals our way. So we've done the heaviest part of our days, pretty early. We've got kids who are big into sports, and usually most of our big heavy work is done by 2 p.m. And then we don't have all those urgent emails and texts coming in at all hours. Now, one of the reason why I say that is because when we did have the fitness agency, it was wonderful, but we would get at all hours of the day, night, people would be sending us urgent, 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 urgent. It's urgent to them. It wasn't always urgent, urgent, urgent. So we actually had a disclaimer on uh, our email that if you sent an email that said urgent in the title, it was going to get ignored because a lot of time it was like urgent. I don't like the font on this website or something like that, right? It wasn't something that was going to kill their business. It was just something that they saw at 1 o'clock in the morning while they couldn't sleep and were like, urgent, this needs to be fixed tomorrow. So that's what we want to avoid at all costs. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you guys have experienced that. Clients texting you urgent all the time, trying to get you to fix things that aren't even broken. It's just something that they found. Um, One of the, here's a I love the 10 thumbs up there. That's awesome. I'll tell you a story. There was a restaurant in back in Saskatchewan, and it was a great local place. And not it wasn't always busy, but they had some of the best food. And one of the signs they had on the wall was it just said we're the best local secret, best kept local secret. And you find those places that it's like, oh well, no one knows about this place, but they have like amazing food and stuff. The problem with that is the reason why they're the best kept local secret is because they're terrible at marketing. And when you compare them, like that business that has amazing food, they have great customer service, but they don't tell people that they're around, they almost always end up dying out. If they can't find a way to get customers, they end up having to shut down because the businesses that come in, like you got like Chili's and let's say Taco Bell and Moxie's and all those ones who do constant advertising all the time because they know the power of advertising. They don't necessarily have the greatest food, but people know about them because they're always advertising. They're always out there. So when somebody says, "Hey, where do you want to go and eat?" but you see all these advertisements for these different restaurants who have mediocre food, people are going to them, right? Versus the small mom and pop shops who have like the best food in the city, but they fail to advertise, right? So if you're the best kept local secret, you're probably the worst at marketing yourself. And I like to tell my clients that. So, well, here's a question for you. What is the biggest expense for a restaurant? Throw in chat if you guys want to throw out some ideas. What's the biggest expense for restaurants? Wages. We got wages. Rent is a big one. Well, let's see what else you guys got. We got food costs, overhead. Yeah. So there we go. Walt Bennett. Walt Benetti. Empty seats. That's it, man. The biggest expense for a restaurant is empty seats. It's no bums in chairs because they still have all those costs. They still have wages, rent, food, overhead. But if they have no way of paying that, each one of those chairs is costing them thousands of dollars to have it sitting empty and not having anyone sit in them. So, we want to fill their chairs. The problem is a lot of these restaurants, like I said, these little mom and pop shops, or just like even really good restaurants, customers don't even know they exist. I was out talking to a taco place. They've got two places in Kelowna here now. They have one that is on a really busy street, and the one it's on again, it's a very busy street, but it used to be another restaurant. Now, one is like fast food, not fast food. I'd call it street tacos. You can go in there, you can get burritos, tacos, all that kind of stuff, and they're fantastic. People love them. They opened this other one. It's like a higher end Mexican restaurant. Amazing food. Still got burritos and they got flatbreads and all that kind of stuff, but they've been there for a year and a half. Went in, and I saw them online. I saw them online and we went in and we're like, we didn't even know you were here. We thought this was the vegan restaurant that used to be here. And they're like, oh yeah, we've been here for a year and a half. And you know what? She talks to people every day who work around the corner and they walk in and they're like, when did you guys open up? And they're like, we've been here for almost 2 years. And they're like, "What? I work around the corner every single day, and I didn't even know that you guys were here." And the only reason why I found them was because they started doing a little bit of marketing. They started running some Facebook ads, and because they started running those Facebook ads, they started getting some customers. But before that, the year and a half, 2 years that they were there, that they were open, but nobody still knew about them. They weren't doing the marketing, but people think that, hey, if you just open something, right, people are going to come to it. When Chandel and I opened up, we opened up this big hair salon back in Saskatchewan. We had a hair salon upstairs and we had a photography studio downstairs. We were on one of the busiest streets in Regina. There's probably 30,000 cars that drive by that location, and right on the street with great big signage everywhere about our hair salon. We would talk to people and we say like, what's hair salon do you own? And it was like Vrada Hair Design. And people would be like, I have no idea where that is. And then you try to explain it to them and they'd be like, oh, I didn't even know there was there. It wasn't that a big green building, and it's like a big white building, whatever. But just because you have a business in a prominent location, it doesn't mean people are going to know that you exist. The problem is that everyone opens up these restaurants and these other businesses, and they think that just because they've built it and just because they're somewhere where they think people should see them, people aren't seeing them. They're looking at their phones. They're driving. They're not paying attention to you at all. They're not paying attention to their surroundings. So I'm gonna bring that into like, so why restaurants are a really good client to have. They have quick turnover in restaurants. There's a ton for a room for improving sales. That's one thing I like. They got a lot of customers. They can have a lot of customers coming in and going. They're one of the easiest niches to run ads for, although very, very, very few do it. Just to think like the town that we're in now probably has, I don't know, like 400 restaurants, something like that. That's my guess. um I've seen like two run ads in the last month. Most restaurants don't have a dedicated marketing manager. They normally have a staff member or a general manager who handles the marketing, or they have like like they have a bar back or something like that, or someone who owns the website, who does their social media. I was just talking to a client the other day, and they're like, "How do I get my our social media pages back from our bartender? How do I get those?" Because that's what they do. They just find somebody who works for them already and say, "Oh yeah, we can do the social media," but it's not reliable. So most restaurants rely heavily on social media, which isn't reliable because of algorithms and everything. If they post something on Instagram on Monday and they want people in on Tuesday, people might not see that Instagram post until Friday because it's not linear. Most restaurants don't know how to advertise, so they don't. The people who are working there, the general managers and the bartenders and stuff like that, they don't know how to advertise. They don't know how to they don't know how to advertise, and so they don't, right? I've walked into so many restaurants and I tell them that we do restaurant marketing and their eyes light up. Wow, that is exactly what I need. It's funny, you guys, if you go in and you just tell them that's what you do and you ask them if they need help, they are like, yes, yes, we need help, because you've got a general manager who's there, who's good at managing the business, who used to like own a restaurant or work in a restaurant, and they've kind of moved up the ranks, but they don't know how to advertise. So when you get to work with them, they are easy to work with. If you get the right ones, they are awesome, you guys. So why restaurants for your agencies? They prefer to local work with someone local all the time. I'm seeing it over and over again. We've got so many people who are using the system now who are literally just walking into restaurants, giving them a demo, and they're like, I can't believe we found somebody local. It's easy to see businesses that are currently running ads on social media and reach out to them. I'm going to touch on a great few different ways to prospect restaurants in a few minutes here. You are out supporting local businesses every day. So turn your sales conversations into a part of your daily routine. It is awesome. You can start off with a low ticket offer, like even reviews, and you can move them up into a whole bunch more stuff that I'm going to show you guys today. So they're easy to onboard with simple offers, and then you can scale. If you get them right, it's largely a zero maintenance client. Like we've got some clients we talk to for like an hour a month, figure out exactly what we're doing, pump some things, run some ads, give them some reporting, and that's it. There's not a whole lot more to do. So that's why we love them. There are thousands of these type of restaurants in your area who could use your help. They're easy to create offers for and easy to drive traffic to using meta ads. You show somebody a picture of food on the internet at lunchtime or throughout the day. They're trying to figure out what are they going to have for supper. You show them a picture, they're signing up, right? They're like, that food looks good. Usually connected to other business owners, and they're a great source of agency referrals as well. So that's a nice thing about restaurant owners is they're usually pretty well connected because they're social people, right? That's why you have a restaurant. They want to have the restaurant. They want to show it to other people. They want people to come in. So they're very social and they're usually really well connected with other businesses in the area as well. So, like I said, they need help advertising. They don't have any kind of things automated, but they just don't know who to turn to. So that's why when you can walk in and talk to them, it's huge for them. So, the four things that we do with restaurants is number one is we help them build a list of VIP customers they can market to at any time via SMS, email, and MMS. High Level makes that super easy these days. We're going to attract new leads and follow up with those leads to take action quickly. We want them to sign up for a VIP offer. Then we're going to follow up with them with ongoing messages to increase the frequency of their visits. We're going to implement the best automated referral system you ever seen. Yeah, ever seen. Referrals are awesome too. And like the difference between a restaurant getting referrals and a difference between like say a chiropractor getting referrals is we're just kind of trying to refer people to join the VIP list. We're trying to refer people to join a list so that we can build up that restaurant's that you've heard the thing that said the power is in the list, right? We're trying to build up that list so that they have someone to reach out to anytime they want to get more people in for sales. So we're going to offer promotions, loyalty points, and rewards to increase the average revenue per customer. So if you do this right, your clients won't want to leave. You can eliminate churn, and they'll be asking you what else they can pay for you to do for them. One of the things that we always do whenever I go in and talk to a restaurant is I tell them what we can do for them. I'm like, okay, here's what we got. Here's a demo I want to give. I want to talk to you about. Here's what I want to show you about. Show you. I give them the demo, but then I also say, hey, I mean, we've got this, but if there's anything else you need help with, let me know because we've got a whole team that can help you, right? We can build websites, we can do brochures, we can do menus, we can do business cards, we can do reviews, we can do all that kind of stuff. And almost always they're like, yeah, we need help with our website. We need help with new menus. We need help with brochures. So there's a lot of different stuff that you can do in there. Um, okay. So I'm just gonna answer. I just looked at the chat, and that's kind of like one of my downfalls is like I do that, and then I'm like, I got to keep on with this thing here. So I'll answer that. I'll answer that closer to the end here. So how do you find customers? So this is a bit about prospecting. I'm going to go through like the warmest options, and I'm not going to necessarily go through the warm options right here, but the warmest options using Google Maps or the high level prospector, which uses Google Maps. Excuse me. So using Google Maps, you can go in, you can search for businesses, you can find businesses, you can find restaurants in your local area. You can just do a search, restaurants near me, make a list of them, kind of make a list of what they have going on and what they don't have going on, what kind of reviews they have, what kind of reviews their competitors have. You can use the prospector inside of high level in your agency admin, and then use that tool, and that'll generate a report for you above things that you can talk to that business about. You can kind of see where they sit with their marketing. So Google Maps is great. Again, just walking into a business. I can't tell you how many agencies we're working with with right now who we're just like, please just go out and have conversations. And once they go out and start just having conversations with the businesses around them, they're getting their first 5, 10, 15, 20 businesses signed up. People are reaching back out to them being like, hey, that was a great conversation. Can we chat about this thing? You know, because people just want someone local to work with. They are not necessarily tired of all the remote workers doing everything, but they're tired of being hounded all the time for trying to get people trying to get them. You know, they get all the spam and phone calls and everything that we all do as well. But when somebody walks in and you can talk to them face to face, there's something huge about that. So if you're any part of any online or offline groups, which like Chamber of Commerce or BNI or just local networking groups or Facebook groups, that's a great way as well. I know here where there's probably 5 to 7 different local groups that are really good on social media, and there's people posting in there all the time. And it's a great way to just connect with people and find new clients that way. So we talked about this a few minutes ago. Where do you spend your money, right? When you're out every day and you're stopping in at businesses, talk to them about their marketing. We've got Jose who is in our agency launch lab program, and he's like, you know what? That really works. He's like, I got up today and I was just like, I'm gonna go down to the market. So they went down to the market, started talking to them, realized that they're not really doing too much digital stuff, and he said, hey, do you guys plan on like doing reviews or anything like that? Do you guys get reviews? And the first thing the person said is like, why? Do you do that? And he's like, yeah, I can help you with that as well. He walked into another place and he's like, are you guys planning on like getting a website or anything? And they're like, why? Do you do websites? And they're like, yeah, that's it. I was talking to another guy. He was actually he owns an agency. He does website design, but he is also working at a coffee shop, and people come in, he start chatting with them. They're like, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I build websites. And they're like, and you're like, why? Do you need a website? And they're like, yeah, I do. You know, so it's just having those conversations with people. A lot of marketing is just building relationships with the people around you. Um, Masterminds are great. If you're any part of any like local masterminds or any kind of mastermind groups online, they're a great source of referrals. I know back in Regina, one of the big things that we always used to do was I'd wake up at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and go to these little referral mastermind networking groups where you can go in and say, hey, here's the problem I'm having, but then also tell people about what you're looking for that week. And then they would give you referrals. Oh, you got to talk to this person. You got to talk to that person. So it's a great way to get out there and actually talk with people and find more customers. Your social media posts. Don't be afraid to use your own social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, to tell people what you do and to give people case studies, examples, demos, videos. Post it in there because you never know who's watching. I am going to tell you right now, our best clients that we have right now came from our friends on social media. They work for other companies, they work for their own company, and they are like, this is what they saw that we started posting. They knew what we have done. They knew, oh, they do like marketing and stuff like that. But once we started posting the content, the videos, stuff that resonated with them, they're like, these people actually know what they're talking about. And then we started getting more people like reaching out to us saying, hey, you know, last year, you know, when we talked about this, you know, I saw some of your videos and yeah, we got to chat because I've got like an online store that I need help with. This isn't necessarily restaurants, but it's just a great way if you're looking to get more customers into your agency. It's a great way to do that. And you know what? Here's the thing. Everybody knows somebody who's in the food business. Somebody owns a food truck. Somebody owns a restaurant. Somebody owns a catering company. Somebody makes food from home, that kind of stuff. What I'm going to show you guys here shortly is it can help all of them. So warm options, let's just go over them really quickly. We got Google ads, Facebook ads, anything like that. Actually, you know what? I'd like to put warm options in warmest options because they are really good. Warm options for Facebook ads. We have got quite a number of our customers from seeing that business, that restaurant starts running ads, and we contacted them directly. Every time I see a restaurant starting to run ads, I call them. I give them a shout and I say, "Hey, listen, we do restaurant marketing. I see that you guys started running ads. You guys' food looks great. I've got a really cool system that I want to show. I'd love to show you guys that are just going to help you with those ads, right? You're going to help you get more customers on your list. You mind if I pop by tomorrow and I come and show you, give you a demo of what we're using, what we built?" And they're like, almost always are like, "Yeah, that would be cool." You know, because what happens is these people are they're running ads, but they've never run ads before, right? They've never run ads. They don't know what they're doing. They're scared that they're messing something up and they don't even know if they're doing it correctly, right? So when you can reach out to them and say, "Hey, I can give you a little bit of help," they're grateful for that as well. So local prospecting goes back to like the Google Maps prospecting tool. Leverage social media, your own social media, follow-ups, following up with customers, past clients, leads, content marketing, posting videos, blogs, emails, podcasts, doing guest posts on other people's stuff, getting local businesses to be on your own podcast is a wonderful way to generate leads as well. It's a longer term plan, but it is great. Strategic partnerships, we always like to find other businesses that are complementary to ours. Like, so if we're doing digital marketing and you go talk to the print shop down the road who's like printing menus and doing all that kind of stuff, you can talk with them about creating like kind of a partnership. If they have anything, send it over your way, and you know you'll give them a commission for customers that come through as well, because they don't want to handle that kind of stuff, right? They don't want to handle all the emails and all the kind of marketing type stuff. They do their print stuff and they want to stay in their lane. So forums, groups, commenting with value, that's a great one too. If there's local groups or just any kind of groups online, commenting with a lot of value. And then last is like creating opt-ins, which is like, here's my 12-step guide on, you know, how to generate more revenue for food trucks, kind of thing. So you can create that stuff. And there's some really cool ways that you can do that with AI as well. Um, so for me, I'll go through just like who my perfect prospect is here. My perfect prospect is somebody who's always already advertising. If you can find somebody who's already advertising, it means that they like advertising, they know the power of advertising, they know that they need it, and you don't have to go and convince them that they need advertising. One of the hardest things to do is to go and try and convince somebody who doesn't believe, who just believes in word of mouth. Oh, we'll just word of mouth, we'll just grow slowly. It's good that way. To go and start advertising. It's almost a waste of time. You have to wait till they get around to the point of where they're like, we need to advertise, right? So if you can find somebody who already just started running ads or is running ads, but they're doing terrible at it, go and talk to them. You know, it doesn't hurt even if they just start running ads because they know that they need marketing and they know the power of marketing. So take a look at their ads. Are their ads going to an offer? A lot of time their ads are just going to the homepage of their website. You know, this restaurant, they don't have any offer. They're just like, hey, this is our website, you know, which kind of works, but you have no way of collecting that information of who clicked on your ad, and then how are we retargeting them and telling them to come in, right? Our whole goal is to build this list of customers. So, again, if they're using Google, are they using the extensions? Are they using the dial extension for Google? Do they have reviews? Reviews have to be timely and on time. We did a great workshop 2 weeks ago. I guess you guys can find it on our Facebook page, where we are talking about reviews and how to get more reviews. How frequently are they getting reviews? If reviews are older than 6 months, well, even 3 months for a restaurant, those are old reviews just because of the way things change, right? And how are these people ranking on Google Maps? Reviews is a huge thing. If you guys didn't know this, reviews now account for about 30% of your Google My Business ranking. So if you want to show up in the GMB, the Google My Business Map Pack, start getting reviews, start asking everybody for reviews, and start getting your customers reviews too, because that's automatically going to bump them up in the GMB. So, are we doing good? Are you guys following along? Am I talking too fast, or are we all like? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are following along and it's feeling good so far. All right, Gary says good. Dutch Texan. I like that name. E Monster says, "All right on, cool, you guys." Yeah, I will Mike, I'll totally get you guys the replay of this as well. So how do we sell? The key to marketing, build better relationships with prospects. Marketing is all about building relationships, right? People buy from people they know, love, and trust. And you can do that easily, but with conversations. I've got this book right here, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships, How to Talk to Anyone. I've had this book for like 20 years. I keep it up here because it's a good thing to review every once in a while. Just how to talk to people and have those conversations with people. So, marketing is all about building relationships. Once you've identified your prospects, you need to reach out to them and start building a relationship with them, which is just having a conversation, right? Asking them tough questions, asking them questions about their business. People love talking about their business. And when you start asking them questions, instead of just going in trying to pitch them on, hey, this is what I got, this is what you need, you guys aren't doing this thing, blah, 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 and trying to just convince them to buy your thing. Once you make the switch to actually asking them questions, once you make the switch to saying, like, hey, how is business going? How many customers do you actually get in the month? What kind of revenue do you guys bring in? Um, if you what kind of revenue do you bring in? How much, where do you guys want to be? Start asking them tough questions that make them think, oh, this person really means business, right? That's where things switch from you just being a person who's trying to pitch something to you being an advisor, right? Someone who really knows the business, and you're trying to get into their head and understand what it is they're building, what their kind of business is like, where they're at. There's a lot of businesses out there who are there around pre-COVID, but they still haven't got back to their pre-COVID numbers. I know I was talking to a restaurant. Oh, it was about a month and a half now. And I realized when we went in, I started pitching him on stuff. And when we went after, he just started, well, I need proof. I need all this kind of stuff. And then I thought, I mean, we have all that. We have case studies and we have all those things, but like, I feel like I'm losing things here. So we went back to just like, let me ask you some questions. Like, where do you guys want to be in your restaurant? What kind of revenue are you guys bringing in now? And where do you guys want to get to? And they just said like, hey, you know what? COVID was really hard on us. I would love to get back to pre-COVID numbers, you know? And the question was like, how are you going to do that if you're not advertising? Right? How are you going to get to pre-COVID numbers if you're not willing to put money into your own advertising? And they're like, that's right, um, but I started asking questions, right? Rather than being the one that's doing all the talking, be the one who's doing the question asking and have them talk, because business owners love to talk about themselves. But when you can make them have that transformation from you being the person who's just trying to pitch them to you asking them questions and they're giving you the details, it builds a huge level of trust with those businesses. It's maybe counterintuitive to think of it that way, and you might be a little bit worried about asking them questions, but my wife Shan, she always says like, hey, listen, we have this meeting right now. I'm going to ask you a few tough questions. You might be upset and you might not want to answer these questions. She throws in, you might want to punch me in the face, but I'm going to ask you hard questions because that's how I'm going to get to know about your business. I'm going to know if it's right for us to work together, right? And when you do that, you're just building a whole level of trust with that business owner. They're like, okay, so their guard comes down a little bit because we're not just trying to pitch them. They're like, no, I don't need that. But we're like just really trying to understand their business and what they're going through. So when you can do that, though, if you can understand your customer better than they understand themselves, um, you can sell to them over and over again. I'm going to jump over to one question here from Gary. When you first go in and talk, because this ties into this whole thing, when you first go in and talk to a business, you will probably talk to a manager, but you don't want to try and pitch them right on that spot. You want to set up a meeting for the next day or 2 days or whatever it is and try to get the person who's the decision maker there as well. So if they have somebody who's in charge of marketing, get them in there with you. If it's the owner who's going to be in charge of marketing or the decision maker, get them in there as well, and show them a demo of it. Because I've done this a number of times where you go in and you start talking to the general manager. They are awesome. They're like, yes, this is really cool. This is exactly what we need. This is what I want. You go away. They're like, okay, I'm going to go talk to my people. Um, and then you're like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, yeah, they said no. I'm like, well, what did they say? Like, what do you mean they said no? And they're like, yeah, no, they just don't want to do it. but you're going through a third party. It's like trying to play telephone with somebody who is excited about something but doesn't know what they're talking about, right? So they can't sell it the same way that you can sell it. So, yeah, you're probably going to talk to the manager. That manager might be in charge of the sales. They might be in charge of the marketing. And if they are, that's perfectly cool. Then have a conversation with them. But the first time I go in and talk to a business, whether I'm going in for lunch and chatting with them, I'm trying not to sell them on it right there because they're generally busy. They're in a different mindset. They're not necessarily being like, okay, I want to buy something right now, so set up a meeting for like the next day or whatever, something that works for you guys, and then go back in, bring your pitch stuff, bring your pitch deck, stuff like that. Something I'm going to provide you at the end is a really great pitch deck for the system we have here. And then go chat with them about it there because, yeah, it's just like one of the things. I was talking to a restaurant owner. He's actually going to come on and do one of our Friday workshops, and he's going to, I think it's on April 11th, and we're going to go through. He's a restaurant owner. He owns multiple restaurants, and he's great at marketing. So we're going to do a workshop on how to approach and talk to restaurants, and what to do and what not to do. It's going to be great. So when you're talking to your business owners, when you finally get that meeting, right? You set that meeting up. You want to focus on the benefits and the transformation. Benefits of the tools and system you're using to help your customer free up their time so they can have more time for their family and improving other parts of their business instead of worrying about their marketing. Get new customers through the door. That's going to be another benefit and transformation. So the transformation is so they fill those empty seats, giving their staff something to work on and making sure their staff are happy so they can retain the best ones. The benefit is we're going to get customers to come back more often, and the transformation is it's increasing the lifetime value of that customer, increasing profits, and allowing the restaurant to grow. The benefit is we're going to get customers to spend more on each visit. The transformation is if we can increase a dollar each customer's visit by $1.50, and say you have 500 customers per week, that's an extra like $3,000 a month, and that's life changing for some of these restaurants. I'm going to give you guys the pitch deck at the end of the call today. I've got a link for it. I don't want to jump to it now because then I'll lose our place and everything. So one of the things I always try to tell everyone too is productize your offer. So productize your system and create a package you use to deliver the best results to your customers instead of trying to sell everything in high level or letting customers dictate to you what they think they need. I think this is such a powerful thing. And that's why we put together this system because customers don't care. The restaurant owners, the business owners, they don't care how you do what you do. They just want the benefits and they want the transformation. So when you say I have a restaurant marketing system that I can bring in and I can do all this stuff for you, this is the transformation. We're going to have more customers. You're going to generate more revenue. You're going to have bums in seats, all this kind of thing. Your slow days are going to be busy again. But it's in this restaurant marketing package. I don't have to go into and say, we're going to send out 400 SMSs every 2 weeks, and we're going to do this, and we're going to launch three promotions with this kind of thing. They don't care about that. They just want to know, how are you going to get this? You come in advisor, you come in as an advisor, you say, hey, this is how we're going to do this thing. And I'm going to show this is our system. This is what we do. People will buy a product 10 times faster than they will buy a bunch of random tools that you say that you're going to sell them, right? So that's why we created this system from years of experience working this industry and working with other agencies that will allow you to offer services that will set you apart from other high-level agencies who are selling SaaS. These are systems and solutions that restaurants, fitness businesses, beauty businesses, home service businesses, any other businesses that rely on local market want. I say these other ones because this system I'm going to show you, we haven't just built it out for restaurants. We've got it for all those different industries as well. But today we're just focusing on restaurants because it does have a lot of overlap and it really, really helps. So, we're going to jump into here's is what you sell them. um, what we sell them is why rewards, referrals, and promotions. That's generally what we're selling. Rewards, referrals, and promotions. For restaurants, we focus primarily on promotions and referrals. So it's 40% cheaper to remarket to the customers you have that know and love you than try and always bring in new customers. Everybody's always trying to focus on the new customers. The thing with restaurants, if we can get that customer who already knows and loves you to come back in one more time a month, you're almost going to double your revenue from it. 60% of loyal customers will purchase more frequently from their preferred companies. That's from HubSpot. Customers with an emotional relationship with a brand have 306% higher lifetime value. People love restaurants. People love the experience that they have at restaurants. So if you have a good experience and you have a good staff and you have friendly faces, um, people will love that. They have an emotional attachment to it, right? 65% of a company's revenue comes from the repeat business of existing customers. And restaurants aren't the only ones at fault for this. A lot of people are like, we need to get more customers in. I'm going to tell you, there was one time that we really needed money in our business. We needed like 40 grand. I didn't go out and try and get a whole bunch of new customers. I literally went out to our existing customer base and made them a great offer. I went to the people who that we already know, love, and trust. What we do, they already knew us, and I made them a great offer, and I made a bunch of sales from that. And within a weekend, we made that 40 grand that we needed to cover what we were doing. But it was because we went out to the customers that we already have, and we didn't try and just go get a bunch of new customers. I hope that makes sense. Um, with part of the system, we definitely we put up like social media, table talkers, promotions. We get the customer who is already loves the business to become VIP members. They register via QR code. We text keyword to a phone number. We've got that system set up for you. We can collect info through a Wi-Fi, so text the number to get our Wi-Fi password. We can do direct mail and stuff like that. The cool thing about this kind of stuff, digital marketing, is we can track which offers work, right? And where customers are coming from versus traditional advertising. Now, restaurants and stuff, they'll love to go they'll go spend $2,500 to put their ad in a newspaper for a weekend. We need to get them on board with spending that $2,500 doing digital stuff because it's way more powerful. We know where those customers are coming from. We know how to follow up with them. We're building a list that we can market to over and over again, right? So inside of our system, we get more customers. We've got digital coupons and offers, so you can create really easily create digital coupons, offers, information, posts, events. We have that inside the system. I wanted to make it as simple as just creating a blog post. When you do that, it's going, and I'll show you guys, it'll update the landing pages, it'll update all the messaging and marketing and stuff like that, everything that goes out. Um, Facebook, Instagram, and advertising. That's one of the big things that we do in our business. It's the best way to get new leads for a local business. It's generally fairly simple. We can optimize for leads and then we can send them an offer. The better the offer, the cheaper the leads. We've done everything from like, again, buy one, get one entree, get two for one appetizers. One that works really well is like if you have a Mexican restaurant, two free tacos, I know depending on where you're from, you can offer alcohol as well. Buy one pint, get the next one for a penny. That worked ridiculously well for the brewery that we were doing it for. Get a free appetizer, 50% off your meal up to $20. Buy one, get one drinks, book yard clean. If you're a restaurant that has book yard clean, clearly that was from a different webinar that I did. But if you're a restaurant that does yard cleans, that's probably a great way to get people in too. Come get us burger and I'll come clean up your yard. Okay, so and then inside the system, we've got an automated follow-up system too that includes everything from second visit to third visit. We've got those automations already ready to go. We got birthday campaigns, we've got referral requests and tracking. Um, Buy two old fashions, the marketing agent gets one. I would take you up on that offer all day long. I love old fashions. They're awesome. Um, Promotions hub. Inside of our system with our promotions and coupons, we have this thing we call a promotions hub. That's where all of our promos are going to go. When we send out text messages to our customers, they're going to get sent over to this promotions hub that we have built inside a high level. Their customers get sent over to the portal. They can see events. They can see coupons and they can see promotions. One of the things that we just added in is probably on the next slide too, is we've created restaurant memberships as well. So you can have people subscribe. you can have people oh, it's not in the next one. I'll show you. But you can have people subscribe to a monthly recurring revenue thing, and then the restaurant gets a bunch of cool stuff. So weekly SMS promotions. This is an example of our promotions hub here. So we're connecting with customers by sending them weekly updates to keep them coming back to make purchases. We can promote concerts and live events and shows all the way through there. We've got a thing in here where they can book their calendar and stuff like that with the event. You can buy tickets. You can embed high-level forms in there. You can embed a payment form so people can buy tickets right through the site. You can do that kind of stuff. We've got weekly retail sales or food and drink specials, and then we can also communicate last-minute openings, location changes, special events, anything like that for like food trucks and catering and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'll talk to you, Ralph. I'll talk to you about the second and third visits right away when I go through it. Loyalty and rewards. So we've also got a loyalty. So inside here we've got promotions, we've got referrals, we've got loyalty and rewards, and then we've got digital punch cards too. So loyalty points, they can earn points on checking in, on visiting. They can earn points when redeeming coupons. They can earn points for any action you can put through a workflow. So if you can do an action through a workflow, you can give customers points for taking that action. One of the things that we've done for coaches and other businesses, well, we've if you watch this marketing video, if you watch 80% of this video or 90% of this video, we can give you points for that. If you leave us a review, we can give you points for that. Not that incentivizing reviews is a great idea, but it's a possibility that you can do. We also have another system inside of our Power Tools thing, which our Power Tools bundle, which I'll talk to you about in a minute again. We've got video testimonials in there too, so you can capture video testimonials. You can give points for that and lead out to gift cards and all that kind of thing. So these points, you can use these points for a limited number of rewards that can be redeemed through your phone. So I'm going to show you guys that once we get into it. Our back end here, we've got digital loyalty cards too inside the system. If you want to do loyalty cards, great for stamps for purchases, bakeries, coffee shops, smoothies, food trucks, redeem card points for exclusive offers. Um, and then our referral system in here too. So we've got a great way for customers to refer too. So they can refer friends for points, exclusive coupons, membership rewards, and they can share on social media. So they get their own referral link. They can have a QR code. They can refer by email, and they can get points while they share out on social media as well. And then a big part of the system is reporting. Now, if you guys aren't doing reporting with your agency, you need to start doing reporting. We've built this and we built this into our whole system, our whole process of how our agency runs is that when you're doing any kind of work for a customer, you need to provide them reporting. Not just we go above that as well, not just showing them reporting, giving them access to a reporting page, but like once a week or once every 2 weeks, giving them a video and saying like, hey, here is your reporting so far. Walking through the steps, showing them what everything means and showing them why the campaign is working. Because I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen. If you guys run Facebook ads or do any kind of marketing for businesses, have you ever had give me a thumbs up if you've had this, um, somebody come along after they hire you and say, you know what? I don't know if it's the marketing that you guys are doing for us or if things are just starting to get busier on their own. Maybe something else changed and we don't need you guys. Let me know if that's ever happened to you. Um, I'm going to tell you that happened all the time with um that happened all the time with our fitness clients that we had. I don't know what it is. And you know what, Frank Kern had a great thing for this too, because I know a few years ago they launched a Facebook ads marketing company. And one of the things was like, no, your business didn't magically get better just because something random happened, right? They didn't all of a sudden magically get better. You hired us for marketing. Your business started getting better when you hired us for marketing. Um, and I'd have that happen all the time with a thing. But that's the importance of reporting because you can show them here's where you were 6 weeks ago, and then here's where you are today. And we started 4 weeks ago, right? And you can show them the bump in numbers. But you know what? Clients will think anything under the sun happened. Mars is in retrograde again or something. And our marketing, our people are starting to find us now. Has nothing to do with the fact that we hired you guys to help us do our marketing. I don't know if it's George or Jorge. Yeah, absolutely. I can get you. You'll get there. We'll have the replay of all these calls here for you. So, one of the cool things that we added in to this system, which is brand new, is the tiered membership reward system. It ties in with our reward points, but it also ties in with our promotion system. So, what you can do now is you can create out a Panera style, like so Panera. If you guys know about Panera Bread, they have something they call a sip club. They charge customers $11 a month, and then with that, they get free drinks when they come in. They've got over a million subscribers. They're getting over $1 million a month for having this promotion, this membership system set up. So we've built a membership system almost exactly like that into this. It allows you to create exclusive promotions, exclusive coupons, exclusive events, and put it into like a member perks section of our promotions hub. So every time customer pays their bill or it pays for their monthly membership, it refreshes and it allows them. You can do things like get free drinks every time you come in, get a weekly appetizer, gets 25% of an order online. You can get one entree. Once a month you can get a free entree, that kind of thing. So it's a big incentive to get customers to come in. You can do other stuff for higher end restaurants too. You can do like chef's tables, again, those exclusive events where you get customers to come in. You can do things like that. And the recurring revenue isn't a model that restaurants are used to, but it's huge when you can get it established for them because now they have, they're bringing in $5,000, $10,000 a month extra just by giving people a little bit extra promotions. It's a great way to help them build up their business. Um, so that leads me into what you can sell this for. Our system here. These are actually low numbers. We actually have increased. I think we still have the 800, but we actually sell this now for 297, 497, and 897. 297 is they can get access to the system. We'll set up the automations and stuff for them, but they basically can go and do it on their own. They can create their promotions and send out their SMSs. With the 497, that's where we're going to have a conversation with them once a month and make sure like get those promos and stuff set up for them. We can schedule everything ahead of time so that we don't have to go in and constantly be working on stuff because I don't want to do that. You can offer this as a service, and then we also in ours we offer Facebook ads. So we charge generally I think it's 800 to 897 a month plus minimum $10 a day ad spend, which is really, really low. But for local businesses like restaurants, you can charge you can do a little bit less ad spend. I usually like to shoot for at least $500 a month in ad spend as well. So $800 a month plus no, though this is what you can go and sell this for. This is not what you're going to pay us for this. This is what you can go and spend for your customers. So if these are different packages that we have. Lee just asked, are those money or is that the cost? So that's the cost of what you guys can go and set and spend. This is what we charge our clients, like not our agency clients, but our actual customers, right? For using our system. So the price that you guys have is way different than this. This is just an example of what you can go and sell stuff for, if you're asking. So does that make sense, Lee? That's just kind of like an example of our pricing structure for the restaurants and stuff that we work with. Yeah, by clients you mean like our restaurant clients, right? Yeah, that's how we price for them. 297, 497, and I think I think we upped it to 897 plus ad spend on there because we do Facebook ads in that package. Okay, so let's go behind the curtain here. So I'm gonna stop sharing, not stop sharing. I'm gonna try to get out of this here, and then I'll jump over here. So this is what we have inside of high level. So this is in our restaurant rewards. demo account here, our restaurant reward snapshot account. And inside this account, we have a leaderboard. So we've got two different ways of connecting our system here. So we have our Smart Scripts backend here, which has all of our tools in it. Now, loyalty and rewards is can be part of a bigger package, which is Power Tools, which has a whole bunch of other things in it, in addition to just our restaurant marketing system. I'll go over that in a minute because there's a couple different ways you can get into what we're doing here. So this is a connection to our backend. This is generally where we control the licensing for our products. And then over here is this is the leaderboard. This is where your customers, the restaurants that you work with or hair salons or whatever, are going to be see. They're going to be able to come in here and they're going to be able to see their referrals. They can do referral reporting. They can see all the contacts they have in their system, and they can see how many points each one of those contacts have earned over the lifetime of being with them in that business. We can also view the contact, and we can get a more detailed snapshot of what it looks like from transactions. We record every transaction that the customer does through the system. Every time they earn points, gave points, redeemed points, or joined a membership tier, all that kind of stuff is tracked in here. We have their referral link. We also have what membership package they're under if you are doing memberships. Then we have lifetime redeem points and available. So now this is the business backend where they can go and see that the customer themselves are going to have their own front end uh, one as well, which I'm going to show you after I go through this. Um, Over here, we have reward items. This is where you can create different reward items for the amount of points that you want customers to redeem for. You can tie these in with different restaurant tiers or the membership tiers as well. So you can create any kind of reward item in here and ask them to redeem points for that reward item. It's going to print off a voucher for them that they can bring into the business. Every voucher that is created gets a unique code, and it's stored in the database here as well. So they can then view those rewards and see if that reward has been processed or not. That certificate has already been used. Inside of here, we also have promotions. So inside our promotions, this is where we can go and easily create stuff from like coupons, events, birthday follow-ups, first visit, second visit, that kind of stuff tied into the system. We made it as simple as going in and creating a blog post. So when you create this promotion, it's going to update the promotions page. It's going to update the subscriber page. It's going to update the workflows, and it's going to update the messaging that goes out because everything for a lot of the stuff in here is all controlled by custom values. So now you can decide when you create this promotion, do you want to show it to everybody? Do you want to show it to membership tiers if you have membership tiers turned on, or do you want to show it to a somebody who is going to come in and they're granted this offer via an opt-in? So we've got these different opt-ins created here. We've got a birthday incentive, second visit, third visit incentive. Now, somebody asked a few minutes ago, how does the second and third visit work? When somebody redeems their first coupon inside the system, um, it's going to wait 24 hours. And if you have a second visit incentive created, it's going to then send out a second incentive. If you have a third incentive, if they redeem that second incentive coupon, and then it's going to give them out a third incentive. The idea is that we want to get people in three times. And if you, in general rule is the magic number is three. If you can get them in three times, they're going to be your customer for life. We did that in the hair salon. We do that for restaurants. We do all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so Lance just asked, can you do rewards for salons, massages, and facial businesses? Absolutely, you can totally do that. We have a whole, this is the restaurant snapshot I'm showing you, but you can do the exact same thing for hair salons and med spas. We've got a hair salon and med spa snapshot that's built out exactly like this. And we come from the hair salon business industry, so we know all about that as well. Inside here, you can create the coupons and say how often you want them to be able to redeem that coupon. You can give points when that coupon is redeemed. Title, subtitle, demo. In this description field here, you can embed stuff too. So you can embed YouTube videos, you can embed forms, payment links, all that kind of stuff. In here, we can also throw in some other stuff like phone numbers, emails, web links, that kind of cool stuff. And then you can schedule these promos to show up in the system. And then we can go to, I'll just show you this promos page. So once you create that promotion, this is going to be the page that customers get sent out to. It's unique for every customer. We track it by their contact ID inside of High Level. So when it comes from a trigger link, it's going to load the promotions that those customers have access to. So if they opted in through, say, our default campaign, and that has one promo in it, it's going to show them the promo here. If they opted in through the in-house campaign, it might show them a different promo there inside the system. And then if they are part of the membership tiers, it's going to show them their membership items here as well. And if they go and redeem a coupon, let me just show you what that. They're going to go coupon, click on that, and we've got self-redeeming coupons. Now, the cool thing about this is a lot of the other systems that I've seen out there, they require the staff to have another device to come in, like monitor to scan QR codes and scan codes and barcodes and all that kind of stuff in order to process the certificates or other things. What we have here is because everybody has their own promotions page, they can self-redeem. So they basically redeem or request a code. It's going to go into our system. It just sent me a text message here with my code in it. It's also gonna, I'll show you here. It's gonna show me right here to Jason Orban. I clicked on redeem that code, and here's your coupon code. I can copy it. Oh, come on, High Level. There we go. We're going to copy that code here, go back into our promotion, enter that code, and it'll verify. So it'll say that coupon is now valid. It's been redeemed on this date and time. So they just have to show the staff that that coupon has been redeemed. Now, if we come back to this coupon here, it's going to say that this coupon was redeemed on March 19th at 3:11 p.m. PST. So they just have to show the staff that it was redeemed at that time. And then because they can have it in their POS, we have the restaurants enter these promotions that we've created into their POS. The staff just have to click a button to show them that they're going to get the discount for that promotion inside the system. It's really easy to do, and restaurants don't have a problem doing that at all. What's the question? Do 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 do. Yeah, so Ralph, that's exactly what I just said. You can create the promo inside of their POS. It's really simple for them to just create a button for that discount, and when they go into the POS, they can just click that coupon inside of there. So you don't need to connect it with the POS because it's a pain in the ass. And you know what? There's not a lot of POSs that you can integrate with. We have a couple of integrations that we're working on right now. Active Menus is one. We've got access to the API there, and we're building an integration with Active Menus for online ordering. And then we're also doing Clover as well, and then we've got SkyTab that we're slowly working on as well, trying to get into those systems and add more as we go. Here, some of the harder ones to get into are like Toast and stuff like that. We've been applying, but haven't got through to it yet. So we can create these promotions. We can track every coupon that was redeemed. So we'll see, here's this coupon that we just redeemed right here. You can see that I just redeemed that. That shows up under here. And then we also have reporting. I'm going to show you the membership tiers in a second. Actually, maybe I'll just jump there right now. Membership tiers, this is where you can create different membership packages. So you create a membership, then you can have different tiers under that package. It can be linked to both rewards and promotions. So every time this tier refreshes, a customer is going to get 500 points. They're going to get access to these exclusive rewards that they wouldn't get access to if they weren't part of this membership tier. And then they're going to get access to these promotions that they wouldn't get access to unless they are part of that promotional tier. Somebody asked about hair salons and med spas. This one thing right here was actually built out for a med spa that we were working with the reward tier side of things, because they wanted a way for their customers to be able to pay in advance monthly for a subscription, and then select from a number of different tier options, different ways of redeeming those points. So let's say they got 5,000 points, and then they could pick from 3 different products that were 2,000 points each. So every month they could get 2 different services for, those 5,000 points or whatever. And then their points was roll over as well. Or you can have the points set up however you want. But that was the idea of them being able to select exclusive promotions and rewards, and then redeem that in the hair salon and med spa. And that's also why I'm going to jump back over to here is we have this add points, redeem points thing here too. So when you're in a hair salon or med spa situation, I know we're going to jump into that for a second. The staff can redeem those points for the customer and then book them in for those different tiers instead of customers having to do it themselves. So if we go over to that's essentially how our back end works. I'm jumping over here. We've got reporting, which is going to show you in. I'm just going to jump to 12 months because it's our demo account. It's going to show you how many subscribers, how many rewards, promotions, and loyalty subscribers when they subscribe. What are their most popular promotions that they've created in the last however time frame, how many redemptions they have, how much tickets money has been reported from those tickets because we follow up with people and ask them how much they spent when they were in, number of transactions recorded, and then we got the percentage of what percentage of people are actually reporting how much they spent. And then we can say every coupon that was redeemed is an average sale of this, and then an estimated ROI from every redemption multiplied by this is going to give us, the how much revenue they've generated from the campaign. And then we also got a list of all their subscribers for that period as well. So reporting a really great way for getting customers to stay on board and show them what's happening, right? Otherwise, they don't know what's going on. Brad asked, do we have a directory solution? No, but it's something that I've always wanted to add in here because we've got a different website called OK Local, which is a local directory, and we use that in conjunction with what we have here as well, so that we have a local directory of businesses, and then we add them to the loyalty promotions and points. So underneath this system, inside this system, we have all the funnels built out. This is printables. These are all QR codes. VIP memberships funnel, the promotions funnel. This is where people register, and this is how they view their promotions. We have the loyalty dashboards and loyalty points sections. So when customers get points, they get access to this whole back end, or this is their backend. So this is the customer's backend. So they get access to the promotions page. That's where they're going to see their promotions hub. But they're also going to see this, and this is only if you want to give them points, because not everybody does points, right? What we found over and over again is if you go into a restaurant specifically, if you go into a restaurant specifically and say, hey, I've got a loyalty point system that I want to sell you, they're going to tell you, no, thank you, because almost every POS has some kind of points system integrated with it. It doesn't mean that they're using it. 99% of the businesses out there are not using their loyalty point system that is tied in with their POS. So we always go in with promotions. That's the first thing that we lead in with. And restaurants love it. I was just coaching a couple other agencies on this and they wanted to go in with points. I'm like, don't do it. Don't go in with points. Go in with promotions. Show them this thing. Talk to them through this. Give them a demo of the promotions thing, whatever. Each one of them came back and was like, dude, everybody said yes. And the reason is because we're not trying to convince them to use a different loyalty point system. We're just trying to we want to do three things, right? We want to get more customers in, we want them to spend more money, and we want them to come back more often. So that's what we're doing with the whole promotion side of thing. We do have this whole reward side of thing, which ties in a lot better with like hair salons and med spas and all that kind of stuff. But you can also use it for restaurants. And the way that we use it for restaurants is every time they check in, every time they redeem a coupon, every time they take an action that we want to be able to get them to take, that we can track through the system. One of the things I'm excited about is tying this in with active menus, because then every time we can sync our promotions with their promotions, and every time they do an online order, then we can give them points that way too. So this is where they're going to see their transactions list, like I showed you before. The restaurant can see it, or the business can see it, but also the customer can then see their transaction list as well. This is where they can earn more rewards by sharing out and referring friends to join. So once they click join VIP, you can see we're passing over referral ID with it, and it's going to auto populate the referral ID, and the customer can sign up to become part of the VIP list. And here, one that I threw in was just Mimosa Sundays. So if they sign up, they're going to get access to Mimosa Sundays, that kind of thing. We have a QR code. We can share out just an email here, and then we also have they can share out on social media too. So if they share this out on Facebook, they're going to go and earn 15 points is what I have set here. You can set this all through custom values. How many points people earn for doing different things. We have this set up so they can only earn points once every 24 hours, rather than they can't just sit there and hammer this to earn points and points and points and points and points. Once they have points, what are they going to do? They're going to go redeem those points. So this is where we have those rewards. Here's our just these two here are just normal rewards, and anything with you see this star up in the top corner, that means it's an exclusive reward, and that's because we're part of the membership tier inside the system, so we can see these exclusive rewards that we can redeem those points for. Now, if we want to redeem those points, we can click claim reward. It's going to send us over to this page here where this voucher pops up. It tells us the voucher code. It gives us a QR code that the business can scan. This is the only thing that we have in the system where the business would scan a QR code, and we have it set up so because these are way less frequent than say redeeming a coupon. This is after somebody actually earned a bunch of points. It'll bring this up and it'll tell you all the information about the person who redeemed their points for what gift certificate it was, ties it in with this this code right here. And in the back end under our leaderboard, again, you can search by that code. So under rewards, manage redemptions, you're going to see that this code is the one that we just did right here. So there's just great ways to be able to do it. Now, if we just click process there, it's going to process that certificate for the customer. And then the restaurant can give them an in-house gift card or take $50 off of their meal or whatever it is. Over here, we still have referrals too. Now, the way that we do referrals with restaurant, definitely different because the customers don't come in and say, hey, you know what? I was thinking about coming into your restaurant. They're not going to email them or go through a form or anything like that. We want them to join the VIP page, and then we want them to redeem a coupon. So when somebody joins the VIP page using my referral ID, I'm going to get credit for that. It's going to keep track of it. And then when somebody redeems a coupon, then I'm going to get points for that or access to exclusive coupons because I referred that person. Now we have three different levels of referrals: invites, leads, and referrals. An invite is I sent you an email saying, hey, you got to check out this restaurant. A lead doesn't really apply to restaurants, but it does to like hair salons and med spas, where that person then comes in and fills out a form saying, hey, I would like to then become one. I would like to come in and get a booking or a consultation. And a referral is when money actually changes hands, right? Okay. So that and last thing I'm going to cover here is automations. We have all the automations built out for all of this, everything with follow-up, birthdays, reactivations, second incentive, third incentive, nurturing Wi-Fi, text VIP to this number to get access to this thing. We've got missed call text back in here. We've got everything for loyalty cards, reward tiers, the reward system, all that kind of stuff already built out for you. You generally don't even have to touch anything in order to get this system set up. Now, there's a set. I don't mean that. I mean, once it's set up, you don't have to go in. You don't have to modify funnels. You don't have to modify workflows. You don't have to modify um, messaging. We have all those things built out, and they're all automated already. They're already linked up with the system. So what you need to do is just add in your custom values, which we have a custom values updater in our backend here to make it more simple. Instead of having to go in and say, hey, what custom values do I have to edit? We pull in every custom value that you need into our backend here. So you just literally have to fill out this form to get things going. And then you have to add add the domain to your different funnels. You obviously have to set up SMS and earphone numbers and stuff like that as well. But as far as things go, we try to make our things so that they're easy to set up. They're like a business in a box. You can set it up, deploy it, fill out the custom values, add your domains, get your phone number, and then you should be good to go. If you want to go in and change any of the branding, we do pull our stuff into the funnels, so you can go in, you can update those funnels to look like however you want, as long as you leave our code on the page. Everything is going to work really, really well. Yeah, so that's a big overview of our whole system here, and that is with loyalty and rewards. Now, okay, I'm gonna answer. If you guys want, I'll answer a couple questions, and then I'll go into what it costs here. So, Brad asked, does our system have a directory solution? We don't have a directory built in so that you can have a bunch of different businesses on that. It's something that I've looked into. It's just we haven't pulled the trigger on building out a directory in high level, although I do see the value of it. And if you check out oklocal, .ca, that is a local directory that we've created for this type of business so that we can get customers signed up and help promote local businesses there as well. Lee asked, let's say a client runs a contest, can they add a custom amount of points to a winner? Absolutely. You can give any amount of points that you want using our webhooks. You just say we have a give points webhook. You say how many points you want to give, who the contact is, run them through that workflow. You can give them points. Even if you didn't want to do that and you just wanted to go through the leaderboard, and you knew who the contact was who won the contest, you can click on contact points here, go and find the contact here. Let's go Testy McTest. We can click add points. We can say we're going to give this person 5,000 points. Click add points. And then now this customer is going to have 5,000 points. So when they log in now, it's going to give them 5,000 points. It's also going to automatically send them a message saying, hey, you were just awarded 5,000 points inside of your system. We also created these quick point options here too. Again, not used for every business, but let's say you're a hair salon med spa environment. You had this thing set up in a tablet. Customer goes to checkout. You use one of our super cool review cards, which I don't have here. It's an NFC tap card. You get them to tap their phone to it to leave you a Google review. You can reward them 1,000 points for a Google review there. So now if we go back to Testy McTest here, or let's close that. Go back to Testy McTest. Click on that. You can see we earn points for a Google review there. So there's definitely ways that you can either do it manually or you can do it through a workflow. So through workflows, we got workflows that will redeem points, give points, and expire points for customers. And we have inside of our automations here, we have an example workflow right here, example workflows and recipes, where we try to cover a number of those different ideas of how you can use this system here. So how to grant extra promotions, how to give points, how to do that kind of thing. Stuff that you can customize. Now, our system is very, very, very flexible. So for example, we've got like music studios who use our loyalty and reward system. We've got a thrift store that runs on a membership. And when customers bring in clothes, they get points. And when they check out, when they buy clothes, they redeem those points. They use our whole point system for running their whole business that way. You can use it for restaurants, for giving points and doing that kind of stuff. For check-in, you can use it for fitness. For every time customers check in, they can use points. They can earn different things. They can buy smoothies and all do those kind of things as well. So a lot of different options in this system. What I'm showing you right now is the restaurants, and that's why I wanted to jump in over here. Is we've got these specific niches built out as well. So not just restaurants, but we have the same kind of thing. We said, hey, working with these clients that we do, how do we work with them and what's the optimal way of doing it? And we took our different pieces that were all a la carte and we put it into an easy to use system. You load up the snapshot, fill out the custom values, say what you want to turn off, and that runs it for the client. So inside of our system, what's also included is you got complete training and documentation with the system. So we've got a whole portal that you can go in and see how everything is done. We've given you marketing assets for it as well. So we've got Canva templates and graphics for promotions and that kind of stuff. We've got a marketing website in there. It's fairly simple, but it does work really, really well. We've got, yeah, again, Canva templates. We've got a support channel in Slack. So anytime you have questions, you can jump in there and ask a question, and someone from our team is fairly quick on answering it. And then we also have uh, we do tech calls. We do tech support calls every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. PST. So, and anytime you have a question about anything, even not just related to our system, but even high level, you're like, how do I do this in high level? You can jump on there, and we'll walk you through how to get some of that stuff set up too. So we help you with your automations to help you make sure that you're keeping your customers happy and you can get the stuff built out that you need built out. So this is where we have, yeah, the two live calls 2 times a week, plus we have the Slack channel. Now, let's go into pricing if you guys want. Tell you guys how you get access to our stuff. So generally how it works is we've got a couple different options. We have this included as a standalone thing, but we also have it included in our GHL Power Tools bundle. Really quickly, I'll tell you about our GHL Power Tools bundle. We have inside our Power Tools bundle, we have reviews, referrals, promotions, custom value, video testimonials, loyalty rewards, contact cards, QR code generators, our NFC tap cards, a whole bunch of other stuff in addition to loyalty and rewards. Now, the loyalty and reward system is included with GHL Power Tools, and that's the most popular way that people get into our system because they want everything else as well. Now, you can go buy one license for loyalty and rewards on its own. It's $69 a month for one single location. That is mostly for a business who wants to get in and use it on their own as an agency. Some people start out that way and then they move to like our Power Tools thing. Now, Power Tools. Will get you all of our other tools plus loyalty and rewards. It'll give you 3 licenses for loyalty and rewards, and pretty much everything else in our system is unlimited licenses. But because you guys are on this webinar today, I'm actually going to give you guys 2 extra licenses. So we're going to do 5 licenses for $150 a month. So that's 5 different sub accounts that you can go and sell this for. You can go sell 5 different sub accounts at $500 a month or $800 a month using our system. And then it's you guys pay us $150 a month. Additional licenses after that are $25 a month per license. So if you want to add on more customers and more businesses as you grow, we've set this up as a you grow, we grow kind of system so that we can continue to elevate, innovate and add more tools and more functions and more features and stuff like that, because that's the way we built this whole system is by working with other agencies who like us are out in the field selling and doing stuff, but we have our certain way of doing stuff and that works for us, but you might have your own way of saying, oh, it'd be really cool if we did this. And you know what? Every week on our tech calls, I usually come away with 2 or 3 different things that we want to optimize with the system just to make it better for everyone. And we've been working on this system here for about 2.5 years now. And it's grown tremendously. It's pretty awesome. So one other option that we have in here right now is a 1597 lifetime option. We we still have it in there. I've been meaning to take it away, but we do have it. I keep saying it and I just keep leaving it, and I don't know why. It's because people like getting it, I guess. So you could do $150 a month. The $150 a month or the 1597 is exactly the same, except you only pay this once, and then you don't have to pay it again. That'll get you the 5 licenses plus access to all of our Power Tools stuff. And then again, the additional licenses are $25 a month after that. How much are the message costs or all those prices, including in messaging costs? Messaging costs are going through high level. So you still need to have high level in order to do this. If you don't have high level and you want to sell this to clients, we do work with some people who want to just go do sales and have somebody manage the tech. So that is an option. If you want to pass that off to us, we can help you with that kind of thing. The messaging costs are generally, if you're sending out text messages, I believe it's like a penny a message or something like that, roughly, to send out a text message to your list. So if you send out a thousand messages, it'd be $10, I believe. Um, if you had three different locations, would you need a license for each location? It depends on how they have things set up, and if they want to have their loyalty points the same across a single account, or whether, like, if I get points at location A, can I use my points at location B or location C, that kind of thing, or are they individual? If they're separated, then you would need three different sub accounts for it. If they are sharing their points, then you can do it. Then you can do it between the three of them. Somebody asked before about I forget who asked. I think it was Lee. Maybe asked about the directory, or Brad asked about a directory. Now you can do local marketing. The problem is when you do local marketing or local promotions between individual businesses, you need to have a whole system set up for making sure that business A is cool with people spending their points from business A at business B, kind of thing, and back and forth. It all gets a little bit interesting, but there's just some things you need to think about that way. Um, yeah, so today, if you sign up, you're going to give you two more licenses, which is generally a $600 a year value. Do you have training for this content onboarding best practices? Absolutely. We have docs.ghlsmartscripts.com here. This is our docs and training, how to get set up. It's got some checklists. It's got videos on how to set up the whole system. Everything in here. We've got videos and links, and walks you through step by step on how to do it all. And then, like I said, if you run into any like snags with it or anything like that, you can jump on those calls or post in Slack, and somebody will be around to help you with that too. Where are we? Here. Okay, so this is where you can go if you guys want to grab it right there. So that's powertools.com/restaurant marketing. AI receptionist. We don't have AI receptionist built into this right now. But I do have some examples of prompts and stuff like that that you can set up, because the AI receptionist will run through the back end of the system there. So any calls that come in, you got to set up your prompts and stuff. Yeah, this all runs through GHL, so you can set up your AI missed call, everything like that, to take calls. I don't have one set up specifically for restaurants at the moment, though. Let's go back to here. What else do we have here? So GHL Power Tools, you guys can check that out. That's ghlpowertools.com. Here are some links I'm going to share with you guys as well. So we've got this. I'm going to share this with you. This is our AI agency growth tracker sheet. Boom. What's the difference between restaurants and food trucks? Oh yeah, you can do SEO for restaurants for sure. That's not a problem. Food trucks, because they're on the move, unless they're at one single location, they don't generally don't want to. We've got a lot of people who I've had a lot of people with food trucks approach me about setting up this system, and then we've got some agencies that just focus on the food trucks as well. Now, some of them will use the promotion system so they can stay in touch with those customers, but they'll some of them also will do our loyalty card, which is like the 10 punch thing. So buy from us 10 times and get your 11th thing free. That is an option for food trucks for sure. I'm gonna give you guys, I don't know what the difference is between these two things. Let's go here. Oh, that is an example of the Google Doc. I think that's the, I'm actually going to give you my other Google Doc. That is the one that we use for doing out to customers, but I've got one here that is specifically for that's white label that you guys can take and change here. So I'm going to post that in the chat. So this pitch deck is awesome. I usually print this out when I go to talk to customers after I set up that meeting. It walks you through kind of a lot of things that we talked about in our call here today too. You can print this out. It's got a demo, shows you some of the stuff of how the system works, talking about reviews and stuff, the flow of everything, and our pricing for it as well. So you can go through and modify this however you like, and then use this as a pitch deck for going out and talking to businesses. Like, so even if you want to go and talk to restaurants or go to talk to businesses before you buy licenses, for our system, you could totally do that. Use this pitch deck, go out and talk to customers. That might be the same one. No, it's a different one there. There. So I'm throwing that in there. 1597 is, I think I have it set up as still lifetime. Let's go and look. Because I know I had it, I wanted to I was switching it from lifetime, to one time to lifetime. We still have the LTD right here for 1597. So you guys can still pick this up. It's 1497 a year. Or you can do the 1597 one time. This is for 5 licenses if you just wanted to do 5 licenses. And then most people go either this way or this way because they want to get access to power tools as well. I know I'm going to be honest with you. I 100% agree that I make the pricing confusing. And I had a good conversation with somebody about this the other day, or actually it was this morning about pricing. So if you guys have any questions, absolutely reach out to me. I'm going to throw my calendar link in here for you as well. And then if anybody has questions, you can book a call with me to chat. I'm going to be on the road here for the next few days, but we can definitely have a phone call if you guys want to do it. My daughter is in. They won their hockey to all their hockey games this year, so they won regionals and now they're going to provincials for hockey. Yes, Lee, we do charge a setup fee. For restaurants, it's usually between 500 and 1,000 bucks, depending on what we're setting up for them. So if we're just setting up the basic system, we try to charge them $500 for that setup fee. And if we are doing Facebook ads, then we generally charge them $1,000 because there's just more things to set up and do. I'm also going to put in. Yeah, they did awesome. You know what the interesting thing about for hockey this year was the U13 girls, the U15 girls, and the U18 girls all won from our local area. They all got first place. So this weekend, all 3 teams and like all like 60 families are going to provincials this weekend in Vancouver. It's the first time ever in the Okanagan where we live, which is wine country. They all won. So it's really cool. I've got a couple demos here for you guys as well. Yes, so Matthew, I posted the slide deck up top. It's the second Google Doc that's there. If you just scroll up in the chat, I believe. Let me know if you can see that. Charles, how do you access the sales page? Go right here, jhlpowertools.com/restaurant marketing, and you can get access to that. Yep, I did. Here, I'll give you the link here as well. One more time. There you go. There's a slide deck there. Cool. Do you guys have any questions for me? I've got about 15 minutes that I can hang out here before I've got to take off. But yeah, hit me up with any questions you guys have about the system, how you can use it, anything like that. Oh yeah, for the webinar. Uh, when you sign up, you just let me know and I will just make sure you get those extra 2 licenses added. So
Appreciate it.
just tell me.
Thanks.
Charles, you need high level. If you don't have high level already, and you want to use our system, you could sign up under our affiliate link. And by signing up under our affiliate link, we'll actually get you the system that you can use as well. I have a link for that. Where did I put it? Um, I do have a link for great word. Of course, I can't find it now. I've been putting too much stuff in here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, right here, right there. Yeah, if you want to, if you don't have high level again, um, yes, James, yes, you can. If you import our snapshot, you get the same setup as what I showed you guys here on the call today. Absolutely. It's all included. It's all included in there. Awesome. Lee just said he signed up. That is awesome. That's rad. Thanks, man. Excited. So my goal here is so for both it's 247 a month. Yeah, so if you sign up for high level, and using our affiliate link there, we'll get you into the system. I don't know what you mean for both. Charles asked for both. It's 247 a month. Sorry, Charles, I'm not sure what you mean by that. You can unmute yourself too if you just want to chat, if you wanted to ask. Oh, right. Yeah. So if you don't have high level again yet, I'm gonna tell you right now, use our affiliate link that I just posted in chat there. If you haven't signed up for it yet, use our affiliate link and then you'll get access to our system with licenses that you can go out and sell. Starting out on the 97 and as you upgrade and stuff like that too. It'll work on the 97. It's just a little bit more manual work just when you're adding licenses and adding locations to our backend because with the 97 account, you don't have full access to high level marketplace, which is how the licensing and stuff works. Let's see, I actually wonder if we're getting questions over here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, so 150 for the system, 97 for high level. If you have your own high level, that's correct. You would have both.
Hey Jason,
Yeah,
how's it going, man?
going good.
Hey, so I'm on the checkout page and I'm still it's not very 100% clear to me
Sure.
the difference between the Smart Power Tools Ltd. So that's the lifetime license,
Yeah,
but it's capped at 5 accounts and then it's $25 for each additional location after that.
right.
Okay. And then so the what is the GHL Power Tools monthly subscription? That's in addition
It's
to.
No, it gives you the same if that's just monthly. You'd be paying $150 a month instead of one time 1597. Gives you the
Got
exact same, it gives you the same access. Um some people, I'm gonna be honest with you, some people like paying the one time and some people like paying the monthly.
Okay, but you're getting the exact same thing.
You get the exact same thing, yeah.
Okay. Both would be 5 accounts and then 25 for
Yep,
additional location. Okay.
exactly. Yep.
And the way that you built out the system, what you consider an account, again, if I'm talking to a multi-location restaurant or coffee shop or whatever it may be, if they're multi-location, then one account is going to cover them at all their locations, or I would need to get them set up with a license for every single location.
It just depends on how you have your sub accounts set up in high level. If
Well, it's
you
based
if
on
you
what?
yeah, if you run them all through one sub account, then one license is going to work for you. If they have to have different sub accounts, then you need you need a license for each sub account.
Well, I mean, it's going to be inside of our GHL, but if we're purchasing your snapshot, basically, then we're running it like how is the snapshot built out to handle that? Well, what's the optimized way of doing it based on how you
Um,
built the snapshot?
so are you working with them right now?
With GHL or
Yeah. With the locations, like the you have a business that has three locations, let's say.
yes,
So you're working with them already?
not within GHL, but yes.
Okay. So It just depends on what you need inside of high level to work with them. So if they need to have different phone numbers, for example, that they send message like stuff out, you can do that all inside of one sub account. For
Okay.
the most part, you could probably do it within what a single sub account, but sometimes like we've got restaurant owners that have three restaurants, but they're all different restaurants. You know what I mean? And the points from one don't want to go over to the other. Or you have like a franchise that has a few different locations, but the franchises are all different business owners kind of thing.
Right.
They don't want points from location A to use at location B. So it just depends on how you have that thing set up.
Okay. That makes sense.
So if you need to set them up in high level where they have different sub accounts for they have separate marketing and they have different separate yeah. So like let me see. We've got some clients that have all different marketing per they
Yeah.
control their own social media, they control their own marketing, they control their own messages that go out for each location. But then we have some that have like 20 locations and then they just do one sub account because corporate handles everything. You know what I mean? So it just depends on how that system is set up. And if you need multiple sub accounts, then for us it's just a license per sub account.
Okay. Well, so but to boil it down, it'll work either way. It just depends on
Yeah.
what the business owner wants to do.
True. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, the best thing if it works for them is just to consolidate it and they got everything in one spot. But if it's a franchise type of
What
situation,
yeah,
different.
what I'm working on right now too is a way to link those different sub accounts so they can each have their own reward system, but maybe there's a way to connect the two different, like, the different locations or the
Correct.
different sub accounts so that they can all tie in together. They have
Okay.
different contacts and stuff like that. So that's one of the things they're working on right now that's on the roadmap.
Okay. You mentioned something as well as like for people that have got signed up, there's a mastermind group or you guys have frequent meetings.
Yeah, so
What
we
what
have we have our support call meetings every Tuesday and Thursday, where you can jump on there and ask questions. And we have another thing called Agency Launch Lab, that um, we haven't promoted it a lot, but we have other agency owners that are in there, and we work through the sales side of things. So Tuesday and Thursday is the tech support side of things. Agency Launch Lab is a different product we have, and that's where we work on sales mindset, marketing message, Facebook ads, that kind of stuff. If you guys are interested in that kind of thing too, shoot me a message and I can get you info on it.
just emailing it to you or how do you want us to request
Yeah.
that?
Oh, here, just
You
yeah,
could drop
sorry.
it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
throw my email in there. I don't have a good landing page for it that's updated, so I don't want to
Yeah.
throw it in chat right now because it's a little bit old. Um, yeah, Mike, we have I have a list of customers I can show you. Send me an email and I'll get that over to you as well. Graham says, well thought out, Jason. I appreciate that. Ron was asking about Toast. They're pushing their text program more. I like the idea of promoting promotions versus loyalty and rewards. Are you having success with your program with a restaurant that has Toast? Yeah, you don't have to have like that's why I would love to be connected with Toast, but we haven't made any progress on that yet. But that's also why we've made it so redeeming coupons and everything like that is independent of the POS because there's like 1,000 restaurant POSs, and every time there's actually lots of times people jump on these calls and then they have different POSs that they're using or they built their own restaurant POS, and too much to try and integrate with everyone. I agree, Toast is huge, which is why I keep pestering them to get me on there. So, Mike, I just posted my right here. I'll just send it to you too. Here's my email address. Do do do. Lee asks, is there any automation to get people enrolled into the system upon sign up, or do you need to set that up? Lee, if are you talking about getting people enrolled into the VIP system, or we have all the messaging. So if somebody fills out one of the forms to register into the system, all that messaging is there. Everything is under marketing and then snippets. You will see every message that gets sent out through our workflows is already built into here. So you can go through and edit things or turn things on, turn things off. One cool trick if you got, oh, sorry, thought I was sharing my screen. I wasn't sharing my screen. Um, Everything is inside of snippets. I'll go back to that. Marketing and then, oh, there was snippets there. Everything is inside of snippets, so you can see all the messaging and you can update any of the messaging you need to update there. One cool trick, if you guys don't know about this, is when you see a message and you're not sure where it came from or you want to edit that message, click on the three dots, go to details, and then you can click on the workflow. That'll open up the workflow where the message came from, and then you'll see where the message is or which templates it's being sent from, and then you can go and update that message or template, and it works for every message that gets sent out from a workflow. Our Facebook group is high level tools, snaps, resources. Here, I'll post that. Here's our Facebook group if you want to join our Facebook group as well. Awesome. And then yeah, we're live in here. I think this one even we're live right now in here as well. So we try to stream everything that we do inside of there. We've also added into our system, not as part of Power Tools, but we're doing Friday workshops as well. This week I'm going to be away, so we're not doing one. But next week, and the next few weeks after, we've got some really good guests coming on as well. Awesome. Uh, okay, I want to check something else here. Um, We've got clients in both. And like the stickiest, the thing about you're asking, so Lance asked, what is the stickiest niche, restaurants or spas? Um, it really depends on how you handle the customer. If you're not doing like reporting and telling them, showing them how you're getting them results, every niche will be a very churny niche, a very crappy niche because they if you're not doing reporting, if you're not telling them and showing them how you're helping them and how things are working, they're going to churn. They're going to leave. The stickiest thing that you can do, no matter what you're doing, with no matter what niche you're working with, is to do reporting. Now, the cool thing about loyalty and rewards and stuff like that and points is once you get them on that, once you get the business established and they're giving their customers points and they're redeeming points and doing all that kind of stuff, they don't want to leave because then they're going to look like an asshole, right? Oh, we just gave you guys a bunch of points and you guys have been earning points for however long, and now we're removing those points. You know what I mean? So, reporting once a month, is good. I know we sometimes go overboard with some of our bigger clients and we'll give them reporting every week. I'm going to tell you one of the best clients that we have, one of the biggest clients we have, they were working with a different agency who was giving them reporting once every 2 months, every 60 days. They would get reporting. They came over to us to try us out through somebody that we knew through a local contact, saw our Facebook messages, worked for a really big company and said, "Hey, we want to try working with you guys." Started working us. One of the things they absolutely love about what we do is we send them a report every week about what's happening at their marketing. And we're not just saying, "Oh, you had 60,000 impressions, in the last 2 months." We're saying, this is your ad spend. This is what it's costing. This is how many customers we had come in. This is how many calls we had come in. And we built those dashboards out so that we can actually say, We can show them what's happening with their marketing, and they're blown away by it. And it's just something that a lot of agencies don't do. But through our coaching, through the coaches that we've had, through the businesses that we've worked with and that we've built, reporting has been huge. So if you want customers to stick around, reporting is great. Yeah, best practices, set up a dummy account to show value. Set up a dummy account to show you can show them a demo. We do have a few demos set up. So if you guys aren't if you guys want to check some stuff out, or before you go out and sell, you can go restaurants.myrewardsdemo.com. I think I have salons set up for that as well. Let's go here. I'll copy and paste these links. My rewards demo. Here are different demo pages that you can load up, and it should work for you.
Yeah, that restaurants one didn't work.
Restaurant. Okay, well, let me oh, I put restaurants instead of restaurant. That's why.
We'll let it slide, Jason. It's been a long, long
There we go.
presentation. You did a great job.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sticking around too. This is awesome.
Yeah, can I go back to a pricing question? If that's all right.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I'm sorry because I hopped on this meeting late, but I'm interested in watching it over again if I
Yeah.
can get a recording. You said something about the Smart Power Tools Ltd.
Yes.
1,597. So that's a one time, and the difference being that the 150 a month that's ongoing forever and ever, and this is just a one time. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, and then the $25 per each additional license after 5, and there's
Yep.
also I heard something about a $500 setup fee.
No. That's just what you charge your clients.
Oh,
When you're going out and selling this, when you're going
right.
out and selling this to your customers, I always tell everyone try and charge a setup fee, and then if there's any like pushback or whatever, you can always be like, listen, if you guys sign up in the next like 24 hours, I'll waive the setup fee or something. You know what I mean? I always try to get the setup fee, um, and have it inside for like, because there's work to set all the stuff up, right? You guys set up the sub account and the A2P and get all those things set up and create promotions and stuff like that if you're doing it for them, right? Or you're doing it with them, whichever. There's work to be done. So, charge a setup fee if you can. I mean, we do that with every one of our ad clients. We charge a setup fee.
Okay. Sounds good.
Jason, real quick. So this is it's basically just the snapshot that we're purchasing, right? But we're responsible for, creating their ad campaigns, adding the pictures in there,
Yeah,
customizing it to adding their logo, doing all that stuff. Do
right.
you have onboarding checklist that our admins can take care of, or that we could have the restaurant owners fill out and kind of
I do have some examples. I probably need to clean it up a little bit, but we do use we have a thing called we use Paperform, which is like jot form, and then it generates a PDF for us and sends it over. The only reason why I use Paperform is because I bought like an AppSumo deal 10 years ago, and I get it for free. So yeah, so so we do have a checklist or like a list of questions to ask your customers for sure.
well, but I mean also for our admins, so they know, okay, you get that. I mean, the checklist is easy. We're gonna
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
basic business information, but then where do they go inside of the snapshot? What do they have to customize? What do we need to make? What steps do they need to take to make sure that they don't overlook anything?
Yeah, we have the whole setup overview and everything in here in our docs
Okay.
in our portal here that shows you how to go through and set up each thing as well, along with like onboarding and getting stuff set up.
And so we would find that within the snapshot in GHL, or this is
Yeah,
a
so
separate.
in our back end,
Yep.
in the agency back end under training and resources, it's
Okay.
all here.
Perfect. That's what I was thinking about.
Also, I didn't mention this, but inside of Power Tools too, we have like 100 different other snapshots for different industries as well. That's not tied into our loyalty and reward system, but these are like funnels and opt-ins and things to set up meetings and that kind of stuff as well for different industries. That as part of Power Tools, you get access to that as well.
To all of those?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then these ones all have like the opt-in, the calendar link, the follow-up, the workflows with it.
So Jason, this is Graham.
Yep.
Those other snapshots are inclusive as long as you stay on the monthly plan and can be used in an unlimited way, or they're
Yeah, these
licensed
are all
by
these are all
location.
unlimited. They're all
Okay.
unlimited, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's no licensing. The only thing we have licensing for inside of our system is the loyalty and reward system.
Mhm.
And then we have a very powerful video testimonial system
Yeah,
built
that looked
and
interesting.
And the only thing you have to do with that is you have to purchase minutes for
Sure.
the video processing. So we built all the integrations and have it all set up so that you can do it. You just need to you need the video processing for however many minutes you're using a month. That
Mhm.
gives you like a whole back end for you can tie this into your customers so they can see any videos. This is my daughter's hockey team. We got them to do videos of for their coaches for like a gift kind of thing.
Mhm.
So they all did a testimonial video of their coaches there, but we don't use it a whole lot for our customers. We use it for ourselves, but we do have a number of agencies that we partnered with on this who use it for a ton of like home service clients as well. And then they use the video testimonials and they tie it in with Tango gift cards. And then
Mhm.
you get a video testimonial. You can either award them points for that thing or you can tie it in with Tango gift cards. And then it'll send them out a request for a gift card in any denomination you want to do.
So
And
we can
that
do
gift,
offline
that
with
gift
you on
card
that
would,
as
sorry.
we go deeper here. We can go offline with you on this to go
Yeah,
deeper.
if you guys want to book a call with me, do that. I'm going to be away for the next few days. It's spring break here. And then
Mhm.
we're doing the provincials this weekend. But shoot me a message. Even if you guys want to add me on Facebook, I'll do that. And you guys I'll put my Facebook link in here too. HBS, or again, you can email me, b.com/jorvin, add me on Facebook, and we can chat about stuff there as well. Or you can or reply to the emails and stuff that you got when you signed up, and I'll chat with you through high level too.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys being on here. Uh, very, very cool. Um, yeah, let's continue this offline. If you guys have any more questions, shoot me a message and we'll go from there. I've got to get my son to lacrosse now. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day and a fantastic weekend. And shoot me a message. And if you guys want to work with restaurants, I've got really cool stuff.
Awesome.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jason.
All right.
Appreciate it.